Hey guys, it's me and Ultanium with a overview of the new DLC maps, which will be called Escalation.
Hey guys, Ultanium here. Running sniped on this commentary.
Alright, it's not really commentary, it's just overview I guess, but it looks like it's gonna be good. I'd say it's a shame they didn't really give more info about the zombie map, as for me, that's the only good thing about Black Ops, to be honest. Do you like the look of the new map, Senalt?
Yeah, definitely. I think Convoy is the map that looks specifically interesting for snipers because it's geared more towards that kind of player. And it actually reminds me of a Killzone 2 map, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, for
Yeah.
me, I'd say my favorite out of them all has to be like Stockpile and Convoy. Yeah, just with Zoo, I think Zoo's gonna be a major flaw. Like, just to contradict what your man says in the video, like
What I would say would be to get on the monorail. If you can get up there, you can walk around most of the level.
where he says monorail is probably the best thing you can get around the map. That's gonna be
Yeah.
a big failure. Like in in the Berlin Wall in DLC 1, they said that it's gonna be really easy
Uh-huh.
for people to get one side to the other with the big thing in the middle. You had your no man's land and your way to get across in the middle. People
Yeah.
just then it's just gonna be a failure because if anyone goes in that monorail, they're so unprotected. As people, if you can get around the other side of the map, then you're
Does
got
the
the whole.
monorail work? Because it just said you can get on the monorail, but I'm
Uh,
not sure if it works.
but I wouldn't say it works. It looks like there's some gaps in it. Breakages. It looks like an okay map. Some nice few places, but the monorail looks like it's gonna be a big downfill.
It
You
looks
know,
like you can get outflanked or shot down pretty easily from up there.
yeah, you're up there and like you maybe
Demolition might be a pain.
yeah, because you could be up there. Like with one guy thinking. One guy at you thinking you're just gonna get him, then all you know
Yeah,
is someone other guy on the other like side of where you're like behind
yeah,
you, miles
mhm,
off, can still see you because you're so high up on the monorail.
yep,
And there's nowhere really for you to run. You've just got a straight line. If you fall off that and you're being hit, you're dead. You know.
yep, pretty much.
I think hotel looks okay, but this it looks a bit like it doesn't look like something that should be in a game which is to do with guns and first person shooter.
I'm really liking Hotel to be honest. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think hotel looks nice, like, but it's to me, it's they're kind of going away every time they release another map. There's always a map that just doesn't seem to fit. Like in the last one, Kowloon didn't really seem like it should have been a game. In the DLC, a map that
Yeah,
has something to do with a war, because there wouldn't be a whole like troops going into the top of a Chinese roof top to get the thing. They would have been down on the ground getting the Chinese curry and then walking out, then going to Afghanistan to fight.
yeah,
Like now with hotel, it's a nice map. Nice few places
Interesting.
that we can see within the map. We got
uh,
that escalator and all, but
yeah. I mean, in general, I think they're trying to add as many environmental hazards and environmental, objects you can interact with.
yeah.
Like for example, in Hotel, you can use an elevator to go up to this room, which I'm assuming is the only way into the room for the elevator, and you can
Well,
get on one guy
yeah.
with an LMG to
I'd
guard that.
I'd say there would be stairs somewhere around. Somewhere in the building that takes you up, because that's what tends to be in a hotel. Stairs and escalators. But I'd say most people would take the elevator in it because, but like if you look at that video, you can see holes in the elevator,
Uh-huh.
in the window. So obviously there's a gooey, it's obviously unprotected by some degree by a good place for snipers to kill people through the thing. But it's nice enough. Like
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
yeah, I like that one. I think it's Stockpile. It's called.
Oh yeah, it has operational garage doors in
Yeah,
the center of the
looks
map.
pretty nice. Like, and I completely forget what you call the other one. There's what
Um,
Stockpile, Zoo,
Hotel Convoy.
Hotel, Convoy. That's it. Convoy. I'd say it's one. To me, it's gotta go Stockpile, Convoy, Hotel, Zoo. In order of best, because I think Convoy, it looks really nice, but there's just too many vehicles and breakages in the
Yeah,
floor
that
and all.
might be the only point that
Yeah.
annoys sniper rifle users.
Like, it'd be good for snipers, but for people like you like to get up close to the action with all those holes in the ground, you know, you could be running straight, then someone comes, so you move a wee bit to the left, so you can, like, you know, try to dodge the bullets that shoot at you. You know, like,
Yeah,
you know, you don't run straight at someone who's shooting at you. You try to move around them a bit. But if you're moving
yeah,
around on the edge of a thing, then you're gonna fall in, and you could either die from it or lose your kill.
yeah. We've got enough of that already from the current maps.
I know.
For
It's just,
example, Kowloon, just
oh yeah.
step forward and you drop down.
I know the Kowloon was, Jesus. I do not like Kowloon at all. I mean, it's decent, you know, it's a nice map, you know, idea, but it's not a COD map, and for something that is based on, you know, like many people take KDR, you know, kill death ratio, very big and all, you know, it's not something that should be in it, where you can die by you going up and down a thing.
Yeah,
And
just
what I
thinking there's
yeah,
stairs there and then you just drop.
yeah, what I think the best thing about this has to be is the fact that they haven't made it seem like there's something new in the game that is completely out there. You know, like with the last one, Kowloon had zip lines, and everyone was like, "Oh, I forgot zip
Uh huh.
lines." And then, you know, people found out, oh, you go about 10 feet.
Yeah,
You go about 10 feet, and you don't really get anywhere. You get from like the middle building to about 10 steps farther from the middle building, so you might as well have just ran the whole thing.
yeah. You
It's
just
kind of
drop down
pointless.
on the B spot and that's
Yeah.
it.
Whether with this one, I think it's good because the garage doors, you know, you could have everyone locking down that, you know, all the doors around it, a
Oh, for
secure,
stockpile.
yeah, big secure place.
Yeah, I
And
wonder if that can be opened from the outside though. If it can, that would be a big flaw. So
well, I think there could be something that opens it, or like another way. I think there should be another way in. You know,
yeah.
like it's gonna sound really weird. Have you ever seen that movie Wizard of Oz where she goes down some random like tunnel thingy in the side of the house?
Uh huh.
You know, I'd reckon it's gonna be one of those like things that go under the house and up. You know that allow people in. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be very good map. I think that stockpile, cause it'll at least I think it's stockpile. Yeah, stockpile. Yeah, it's stockpile. Stockpile looks like it's gonna be a very good map for snipers. Like just looking at one of the main
Uh,
pictures for it, there's a lot of room.
Yeah.
And with those,
Hopefully it will play out as well because at the moment we've just seen the center building. We haven't really seen the surrounding.
oh yeah,
Uh,
we've seen a kind of lot of like idea from that World at War one where it was like you know, blasting the side of the building and all,
it
which
actually does look like a World at War map stockpile.
yeah, it looks kind of like
There's a lot of
it's.
similarity between the two.
I think it's been, you know, in the image of that, but like brought up a wee bit.
Uh huh.
Some
It's a suburban Russian village apparently.
yeah,
So, I mean, yeah.
something I want to talk about at the end of the video as well. But I think we should talk about the zombie map now. Are you much of a zombie
Call
man?
of the
Call of the
Call of
Dead.
the Dead, I think it was called.
Yeah, Call of the Dead. It was believed to be called it. It's believed to be called in German. You know, it's gonna be called that in German, which would be, according to what's the man Syndicate said, it's gonna be called Ruf der Toten. But I asked my German teacher in school, and she said it would be only Ruf der Toten. So
Okay.
maybe a bit of translation problem there, but I don't know if it is gonna be called German. It's gonna be either Ruf der Toten or Ruf or something like that. The Toten. It's either Ruffer or Ruff. I'm pretty sure they'll just call it Ruff the Toten.
I don't know. I haven't been following Syndicate for a long time, so I
Yeah.
have no idea.
You
But the
know,
map looks
yeah,
pretty interesting with the lighthouse and
yeah. I think everyone's been waiting for a lighthouse like zombie map for ages now, and we're finally getting it. Like, I love the fact you can see like the mystery boxes up in the up in the lighthouse room.
uh huh.
Kind of gives the impression that, you know, you're gonna. I'd say you'd start off somewhere down. You know the picture that shows the lighthouse in the background. I'd say you're gonna
Work your
start
way
off.
up.
Yeah, you're gonna start off somewhere here, and you have to like get across over like opening all these like fallen bits of the ship. You know that's you know the way ships have the big carrier things. You know it's dropped its
Yeah.
load into the river, and like it's all blocking up the path that was, you know, like the port. So you have to open all that up. But I'd
Mhm.
say there's gonna be lots of windows. Like, you know the way at the bottom of the lighthouse you kind of have a wee bit that's raised and it goes round. I'd say that
Uh huh.
bottom floor is going to be filled with windows for their zombies to get in and go up the stairs after you. But once you get to the top, I'd say there probably will be a kind of zip line thing, like in the mission where you go down the window and you go charging
Yeah.
in the campaign mission. I think it would be something like that.
Actually, that might be.
Yeah, I think that
That's an
because
interesting thing. I think
there
actually.
doesn't seem to be a way down, so it's either there's going to be the mystery box up there and you have to zip line your way down like in the mission,
Yeah.
or it's going to be like there's a teleporter up there that takes you back to the main room or something. But I don't think they would have done a teleporter that takes you back to the main room, because that's not really what you want. You don't want to go up to the box, be teleported back to the main room, just have to go back to get to the box. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty nice wee thing. The map. So do you have are you a zombie man then, or I can't remember if I asked you this or not?
Well, at the start I was, yeah, definitely, but
Yeah,
and
well,
I've kind of gotten bored of playing in Kino der Sultan,
yeah.
so
Well, I remember whenever I got Black Ops, I was like, holy fuck, yes, zombies on the Wii, and then it's just not as good as it is in Xbox. Like, it's on Xbox, I've got bored of Kino already, yes, but I've had that since December, and I only got bored of it like a week
I mean,
ago. And see
yeah,
Ascension, whenever that came out, big buzz about it, everyone was playing it. 2 weeks later, no one was playing it.
yeah, I'm not
It's
really that excited for Ascension or 5, so I don't
Yeah,
care that
5
we
is
didn't
definitely
get
the
them.
worst. Kino's got to be the best that's out at the minute. It's just a matter of time to see what Call of the Dead is gonna be like. And
Yeah.
I hope it's like the best map has got to be Deriz. There's never been a map quite like Deriz in Call of Duty 5, and
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping that Call of Duty, this Call of the Undead is, lives up to
Similar.
its the whole zombie game, cause
Yeah.
Call Call of Duty 5, that's where it's all started. We test kind of game, then it developed, and then Deriz was the best, and Kino was kind of a letdown because of how like enclosed it was. But it was
Uh-huh.
then you got 5, and everyone was like, okay, fair play, Treyarch, we think you've done well in Kino. But then Ascension was good, but it's not enough room. Yes, it was a big map, but there was so many obstacles in the place that you couldn't really move.
Yeah, yeah,
There
there's a
wasn't.
lot of
Yeah,
obstacles.
and then
It's tighter than Kino actually. Ascension
yeah,
is
I
a
think
lot harder.
Even though Ascension's a bigger map layout, there's definitely less room to move in.
Yeah.
Um, Alright, thing I was wanting to point out at the end of the video is, in that video, I'll put a wee picture at towards the end of it too. I think it's about 2 minutes. If you try to, the end of it, Ultanium, if you go to about 2:06 and just like slowly bring the time button across, you can see one of the developers of Treyarch. I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
your
Red Eyes.
yeah, I think it's your bald man. And if you play that, you see him like attacking the screen. So
Yeah.
I think that's a kind of a clue towards the new zombie map, because they never really show much towards the zombie map. They always give us something in the middle, and I think
So you're saying a new zombie type?
yeah, I'm saying a new zombie type because in Syndicate's video, as you know, I still follow Syndicate a bit, but only for
Uh-huh.
zombies, and he was doing this thing showing like some ideas, and there was a big Grim Reaper in one of the videos, which is like what Call of the Dead set, like the mission Project Nova on the ship.
Yeah.
There's a big Grim Reaper,
Uh-huh.
and also on that ship there is a page with skulls of a Project Nova, of a Nova 6 zombie, the wee crawler guys, I think it is,
Yeah.
and another kind of zombie, but it looks like a kind of gorilla skull type thing, but it's like slightly deformed. So I'm thinking the red eyes has something to do with it, some kind of hellish kind of gorilla thing. Well, not
Yeah,
gorilla thing, but
probably.
I think it's gonna be something new, and something we'll all be waiting. Everyone's waiting for it. And also
I mean, they've introduced new enemies every time,
yeah,
so this
there's,
should be no
there's also
exception.
rumored to be a new gun as well called the Death Ray instead of the ray gun. Some people say the ray gun's still gonna be there. I'm saying if the death gun is coming in, they're gonna get rid of the ray gun, or they might just rename the ray gun into Death Ray.
Well, I don't see much of a reason to rename or remove the gun. It's kind of ridiculous, but if they
Yeah.
keep it in, then the more weapons, the better.